Paranormal Activity is a ghost horror movie. The movie is about this couple, and basically they've been experiencing paranormal activity. So the movie starts with the boyfriend who buys this camera to record all the crazy shit that's happening, just so they have some kind of solid evidence in, where they don't think they're losing their mind. But a bit more backstory is we find out actually the girl in the relationship, the woman, she has been having paranormal things happen to her ever since she was 8, and she basically has explained that whatever was basically haunting her when she was 8 has been following her whole life. It comes and goes, and as of now, it's picked up. So we're through the classic found footage. We're basically watching this movie through the boyfriend's camera. And yeah, just as the movie progresses, more and more things start happening to the point where the boyfriend ends up antagonizing this entity, which they allude to is a demon and not a ghost. And yeah, they're like, don't use the Ouija board. And he's like, okay, I won't. And then he's like, well, I'm going to use a Ouija board. Basically just pisses it off, which just leads to more aggravated haunting stuff. And yeah, it's just a very good movie that spawned this franchise, and it's unsettling at parts. And when the movie came out, you didn't know if it was real or not, because they were kind of pushing it like Blair Witch, because it's found footage that it was real, but obviously it's not. So that's about the movie. My review, The Paranormal Activity. And yeah, these, even going into it and obviously knowing it's fake, there were just parts in this movie, definitely near the end when everything starts picking up, that just was like unsettling. I'm like, I know it's fake, but I'm still like, waiting for the jump scares and all that. It's just a movie that mastered just the unsettling atmosphere, like vibe, and they like know when to do things. Because even though there was like jump scares, it wasn't big like in your face jump scares. They were like scaring you with like little things and like just the atmosphere and stuff like that. Like, it wasn't quick flashy images like to spook you. They were like doing like small things, from like footsteps to like flashing like some lights in another room, just little things like that. It was just a different sense of horror, and just the build up was pretty good. I mean, obviously this movie isn't real. I mean, we all know that now, but that was the big kind of gimmick. Also, is when the movie came out, they're pushing it's real, because at the very end, they even have like the thing, like, dude's body was found and hers was never recovered. So, I mean, I feel like it was the perfect movie also to kind of like, because it wasn't over the top, so like you kind of did leave the theater or after watching the movie at home like, is this shit real? Now, it was nothing like The Fourth Kind or anything where I did research, but yeah, especially if you believed in ghosts, this movie definitely just holds a unsettling feeling behind it. The acting in the movie was pretty good. They nailed it. They definitely conveyed the movie like it was real, so that was really good. Obviously, that's up to the director too. He did an excellent job. There was no practical effects really. At the very end, when the whole shebang happens, I don't think they needed her face to kind of like look like a demon in the end. Also, I feel like the original ending was better, but I do feel like the alternative ending where she kills herself, I think that should have also been a part of just they should have fused the original and alternative ending together. I think that would have been really good, but whatever. yeah, just all in all, this is just a classic movie. I mean, Paranormal Activity, like, this movie came out swinging, and yeah. So, my recommendation for Paranormal Activity, and I don't know if it's a must see, obviously, because it's not real. Maybe if it was like real or something, it would be a must see. But nonetheless, this is definitely highly recommended as it's just a very first Paranormal Activity movie that spawned multiple sequels. I think there's 7 of these movies, so yeah, always a good thing when you have that going for your franchise. And it was just creative, you know, like it did something a little different with the found footage stuff. So really good.